Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us.
You get both at night. You can also apply to work there as well. This right here, this becomes the ambassador cafe during the day, so they serve Chinese food. But then at night, it becomes breakfast, late night dining.
Resource Center, which has just private access to free. They have tampons, pads, condoms, all of that. Again, they're just also just support for just a soul cases on campus, free Plan Bs. So that's the Women's Resource Center. Right now, outside the RC, we are passing by just the Student Succession Initiatives office. These are really great. Really, really great. So here we have the AOC fund. This is the Access and Opportunities portal. They helped me buy my textbooks last year. I only needed one. But they helped me get those. They helped me get ISIS textbooks. A lot of students, we have a lot of international students. We have a lot of students that aren't coming from Dallas that didn't drive here. They will help you, possibly get flights home and all of that. Students may have trouble with rent and getting food, so that's what the AOC fund is for. And then Student Succession Initiatives, they have counselors that are here to just we have office and academic advice. We have counselors here that can help you figure out a schedule. A lot of students come in and start with time management. It's really, really hard. When I first got here, I learned I had to schedule in a time to eat because it was just kind of overwhelming. So you can talk to their counselors. They can help you figure out your schedule and just coach you through that process. So I think it's really nice. Yeah. And then we also have OWL Access, which is for SGLI students, so first generation and on limited income. We have the resources for those students here. And there is a OWL Access orientation week that's before all the normal orientation week, where all the FGLS students are invited to move in early, kind of get to meet each other and learn about some of the resources for just students like that on campus. I was probably the first OWL Access program first started with last year.
Oh, you got a Kango backpack. I need that player.
So,
You probably don't even know what it is.
also, one of the actually, a bunch of food options. So we have Chow. So I want to talk about Tesla. Obviously, they have the meal plan. We'll have technology discussion.
These trees are beautiful. That's what my grandmother used to call them, weep trees.
Look creepy. Ooh, spooky. Go get in so you take a picture. You are no fun.
Oh,
Square.
She's taking a picture.
This is free, okay? The picture's free. You talking about paying for some merch. Huh? I still ain't seen no water fountain.
Talking about food in the English. Anyways, so again, as I said, there are 5 serveries on campus. 2 are on the north side, West Servery, which you kind of saw, and then also North Servery. And on the south side, the better part of campus, there is South Servery, Siebel Servery, and Baker Servery. And Baker Servery is inside Baker Residential College. They're the first residential college, so the students kind of need to eat. So they're the only college that have their own servery. But again, every single servery is open to all students. Even though each servery is kind of connected to 2 or 3 other residential colleges, you can eat in their commons, you can go to their servery. It's not exclusive. So I recently found out apparently I'm the only one that reads the menu. We have a menu every day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner that has what each servery is serving. We have each servery has a specific chef that was hired. They actually take pride in what they're serving you. Rice has pretty good food in comparison to most schools. My best friend goes to UH. She comes here every weekend. to use my dining dollars to eat. So yeah, I think it's really nice. But also, like when I started the there is a menu. Apparently, everyone else just goes where it's convenient. I will walk to the other side of campus to get egg rolls because Martin's having egg rolls that day. Whatever, but you can pick what you want to eat. It's very annoying because I will be in class like with the Rice Dining website pulled up because I'm wondering what I'm going to eat after this class. So yeah, starting out here in English, this Karen Hall is considered for English and art history, and they're always trying to get you to come and take their classes. And that's why they spend so much money on color printing. There's so many families and flyers over there. Yeah, I was just from their apartment. Yeah. Like I'm pre-med, I do have an English requirement. I don't know what class we're gonna take, but it will be here.
Oh, wow. Actually, I want to come down and do the bike ride.
Outside of campus.
The training I'm be doing every weekend.
Organizations here, and I mean student run, like student run. This is Rice and Bike. A lot of people work here. Again, like
Actually, I want to go by that bike shop.
Want to work there. I don't know why I worked. I had a job in high school. I worked in the service industry. I don't know why anyone would want to come to college and do it again. But you know, they have like 1 hour shifts.
Job, J-O-B, on campus. What? Paper's paper.
The Rice Bike is a really popular student-run business. You can rent a bike. You can buy bikes.
That's where I want to go. Clutch City Cruisers. That's where I want to go down here.
Anybody have any questions?
Questions, Peasy?
Okay, so these are our PCFs, and every tour asks you what are they for.
Hey, those 50-cent domes.
It's nothing specific.
He just didn't know all of
But
this.
they do have like, because they have these like artistic elements outside. There's a projector on the very last one. There is like a projector, and that flashes like this very weird video that's just like kind of just like I think someone's doing yoga. I have no idea what they're for. I've had club meetings in here. Some people have had classes in here. They're really just not specific. They're just exercise stuff. So yeah. Talk about the residential colleges, residential college experience. So, you know, as much as like everyone has residential college pride, that is because whatever college you get into, you will have pride over that college because at the end of the day, all colleges are equal.
Said what?
Whatever.
University of Houston. That's across the street,
College
literally from the
you
hood.
are into, which you are randomly assorted
got the
into,
road tracks
we usually
and then
compare them the most to
Fifth
like
Ward.
That must be the
Hogwarts
one
houses,
where we went
but
to,
they're not
Frenchie's
separated
Chicken.
by like your personality. There's no like.
It was over there,
it's,
yeah,
like,
where we
determining
went.
what rest of college you're gonna
Where I
be
was like
into.
the stadium.
It's completely random. And during O week, that whole process, like, that's just indoctrination. You will love whatever residential college you are into. So the way that structure is kind of set up, we have each residential college has their own like student.
They don't show you the door?
President. There's an off-campus
not all
student
colleges
president.
do that. They
Just
try
because like
they
those
don't
students,
really
like
do that
I'm
anymore.
off campus, they
You have
want
to
them to
be
have
like with the
representatives
school.
in
If
our
you go
white
with your school
government because they're still part of this campus.
organization, your school to
There
get you
is
to
like
tour, but
secretaries.
a lot of colleges
There's so
don't
many
really see the
representatives.
games
There's a dance room rep. There's a laundry rep. There's an elevator rep. Just because.
Register assigned classroom. Please don't fool or trip. They must be remodeling a certain area, maybe. Recycle over there,
There's so many just like
I think.
representations in campus, just like if you want to get involved with that, city government. We have a chief
I don't know if
justice,
that bike needs
which is
some
kind
oil.
of like our like police person on campus. So they mainly just deal with voice complaints. But if something were to happen on the campus,
Nyla.
when people, when students want to throw events or like parties in their room, you just like kind of text your chief justice and be like, hey, I'm gonna have this amount of people in my room. We're serving this, and that's the plan. And they'll just be like, okay, bet, don't be too loud. That's kind of just like the main thing.
Ooh, Lego.
Before you have to text your chief justice, before you have throw any private party in your room. Yeah, then also the extracurricular college, we do have a core team. Which is kind of like
Hey, they got a statue.
so funny story, I don't know, at other colleges, like residents associates are usually like other students trying to get free housing.
They got a
These
statue.
are actually faculty members and like adults lord over you.
The way to college
Leads you
look,
to be in
some
your
of those
business.
things she
There
just
are
said.
ladies there, these of course this is for you. My RAs get hosted pretty much all. They'll host like study breaks in your class. We'll often have like my RA that I live next to was Long and Carissa, and they hosted like they had like pancakes with Long. They would bake us cookies. So yeah, they are usually like faculty members. They can be professors or just anyone that works on campus, and they live in like apartment style housing at each college. And we have magisters, and a magister. There's a separate magister house. Each residential college has its own magister. That is a tenured faculty member.
I bless no
that
English.
lived up on campus for 7 years. But yeah. So they kind of just like how you run like college activities and all of that.
They go to pig.
And then when I say that, like, these are adults that live on campus with us, they also have their families.
It's the block. This is home right here.
So,
They got their names on them.
Oh, they got their names on the windows. That's dope.
What you mean?
they have a 7-year-old daughter that lives on the 2nd floor. So it's just like I'm in a survey in the morning, and I'm trying to like, recover from last night, go to class, and there's like a 7-year-old going to like elementary school, also eating with us. So there's Sid Richardson College. There's Luke and what is that one kid's name? She's 2. I think she hosts lemonade stands. And if you want to play, like Luke will host like study breaks where like you can play like Battleship with him. And yes, he always has to win, but he's a really cute kid. So but there's whole families that live on campus with us. So yeah, so welcome to Weiss.
That's dope.
So Weiss is actually really hideous. I don't know if you know, but I love my college because all the other residential colleges, they have like, kind of things about each other. There's a lot of competition. They like to call us a Motel 6 because we look like a Motel 6. So these like kind of like stand things here. They used to have like a bunch of greenery going up and down there.
This ain't no
But,
Motel
this is
6. I
Texas
stayed
that
in
we
Motel
all
6.
experience
This is
winter
better than the
storm.
Motel
Just knock
6.
it out. So yeah, we are starting
No,
initiative. There's an initiative that is trying to beautify Weiss. I think it's time.
This reminds me of
So last year, my freshman year, someone said that. But
What's
I
the
had
set from,
437 right
Cali?
Now, we like to call it 430 Kevin. It was right next to our RAs, which lived in like that building right there. It's like apartment style. And again, I love my residential college because I have really deep connections with
They
the
go to
right
pig.
roommates that I have. All
See
the
a
people
pig?
here, and so you will find that at every single residential
They're looking
college.
at you.
But I did especially love with my Motel 6 that when like yesterday you see all these remnants of what we call fit cues or fun in the quad. Weiss, our tagline is Team Family Weiss, so we don't want to call it a fit cue. We want to be special, and we call it TFFWs or Team Family Friday Weiss, which makes no sense, but it's okay.
Told you need that sunlight. You don't get out in it that often.
But I like the fact that I can just like come outside, stand on my balcony, and see my entire community around me. It was just like, even though when I didn't really participate or want to participate, I can see I was like, oh, it's so nice. Like, people are playing
need a
volleyball,
barbecue
like, how
grill.
awesome. So, anyways, like, at any point in time, you're stepping outside, and it's
Well,
just
I'm
like
just-
everyone
huh?
just like doing their thing, walking to class and all that. And I just felt like it was just kind of nice.
It's over there, the pit.
But over here we have like a commons area. Yeah, we have time. So I'm just gonna go.
This where you gonna be your first year.
A little bit to serve all the people.
I can feel it for you. This the
So
live
every
side.
college has its own commons.
But, hey, SpongeBob. Bikini Bottom.
It's gonna open. Yeah. Just get a little bit more through there. Like
Fresh
quiet in
pig.
here. I never bring my tours inside, but it's kind of hot. So this is a Weiss Commons. Every resident college has its own commons. And it's like where we eat. This is South Central Main Line that is open, and then just like all Weiss students will like congregate in here, but again, it's open to everybody. But Weiss will have like its own Weiss students. Yeah, and then
I still gotta learn.
upstairs. So okay. But you go upstairs because you have like one whole sit here and study. It's not as busy as it usually would be, especially around lunch, just because it is a weekend. But usually, like even when we were outside in we call it the Aqua Bowl, which is our quad, it will be like a lot more bustling. But again, it's just the weekend. We're gonna keep walking. I'm just trying to hold the door. No, we can't go into anyone because that's like someone's personal space. We can't show any dorms. But I will say, so every resident of college, the way that like their dorm is set up is completely different. So like at Rice, we have suites. I think we don't have the obviously we're not going to do it really out. But I really loved the way that like my dorm was. So at Rice, we had that suites. So freshmen they have like 2 doubles, a common area which is the living room, and then the bathroom, so it's really big. And we're also like me and my dorm, we were very social people, so we did host a lot. And then other resident colleges, and also that's for freshmen. And then once you're upperclassmen at Rice, you get singles. There's 4 singles in a suite, a living room, and then the bathroom. So that's the way Rice is set up. And every resident college does it differently. There's like singles at like most of them,
Oh, Joe, man,
but
show
there'll
it.
be
All
like
right.
hexes and doubles, and I think there's someone has like 8. So yeah. But a lot of them will look more like your more traditional dorm. I think one thing I will say about Rice is like they're all really spacious. We got, oh my gosh. Hello, my kids. Say hi to my tour. Tell them how great I am. So now we're passing through Hampton Residential College. It's they're just kind of just like us, but like on the other side, lesser. So yeah.
Go take a picture. Go take a picture. Oh my God. I know, right?
With colleges, each resident college has some computer labs. You don't have to go all the way to the library to get a computer lab and printer. We have Rice has a dance room. We have a movie room. We have an OC lounge, which is for off-campus students, because when you do move off campus, as all freshmen are guaranteed housing. All freshmen will live on campus their freshman year, but each college does it differently, the way who they prioritize. But I didn't even want to get into that. I wanted to live on campus my sophomore year, and a lot of sophomores at Rice will live on campus. I don't think I'm going to come back. I love my house, but I am still very much. I'm still very much a part of Rice, and so I'm so much Rice pride. You have the same as college for all 4 years. Just because you're off campus, you're not living there, doesn't mean that's not your space. And one of the ways that like we try to like every college tries to like emphasize that is that there is an OC lounge. There's a off-campus student lounge. I'll be there just to take a nap during the day. Yeah. And then again, like I'll be in Commons. I like to stay in Commons. I've seen the Commons like foosball. We have TVs that are really, those are like really popular houses. Yeah. And then also each Commons has a kitchen or multiple. Rice has 2 kitchens. We have second floor kitchen. And we have third floor kitchen. Bridges, Cisco's. Yeah. So their tagline is Death from Above. And then we have this little rice, old rice. You cannot see them. That is Levitt College. Just like we are Motel 6, they look like we call them a toaster just because that was like, that was kind of made during a time of, you know, the Red Scare and the Cold War, so it's like bomb certified. And then this is Baker Residential College, the first residential college. And right now we're passing by like Magister houses. So like I said, like Magisters are also like 10-year faculty members that live on campus with us. But it, just apart from our age, they do have their own like separate house. This is Camden Magister House, and if you have that picture, this is Baker. And then Rice is the Rice Magister House is actually in the process of being like roofs. So,
Where's the old Paris?
So right here we also have the MTC, which is Multicultural Center. So I think the way that we things that are not going to be here. And also just like another place to just laugh and show.
Oh, you cannot hold it like that.
Does anybody have any questions? have the VRC, which is a research, like a Rice Research Institute that's really, really close to campus, like actually especially close to Rice. And then we have the Baker Institute, which does research in the humanities and social sciences. There are classes that are literally in biology and a lot of pre-med. Research is pretty much like required. And there are classes, like slots for classes where you can do research with like a specific professor. So School for Humanities, where I take out 2 classes.
What do you think?
Yeah, so the thing about
What are you? Ow!
like, okay, it is a
About to
commitment. I'm
grabbing
I
my
have to
pinky
look
like
into
that.
Other store, other stuff I need to do. I have a bunch of
Now it's broke.
But like, that's like
kiss
kind
it.
of, you know, I can share like every other student.
I
here
can't
has
move
their
my
own
finger.
Kind of like commitment like that. A lot of students are involved with just like clubs that these other organizations. But like I said, there's student succession issues that will help you with that. Me personally, I'm a very type A person. My
my
hour
boo-
by hour is planned
the
by
hill.
in a very convenient iPad planner. So it kind of just like depends on what like kind of student you are. I know like some of my friends, like they're not that kind of type that they need to write everything down and have it planned down to the very second. But they're still
Pinky,
trying to figure
pinky.
out their own, like,
Not
kind of
doing it
time
right.
management
Pinky lock.
practices. But there are so
That.
many resources that will get thrown at you. You'll know about them. They will come find you. That can like help you like kind of figure that out if you're struggling. The Rice we passed by. We're in the rec. Next to it was the Rice Wellbeing Center.
Foundry
And they
Library.
provide conference services. They actually don't have like a life at night.
I know, right?
But
let's see how long we can get it to stand up there.
when I moved down here,
It's a masterpiece.
my psychiatrist that I had at home, they did not.
Now you gotta
have,
sit up on top of it
like telehealth. So like I had to go right.
and pose.
She like helped me through that entire process. She sent me like an entire Excel spreadsheet of like the closest psychiatrist to Rice, like walking distance, and that also had like their soonest most available appointment. And she also got on the phone with my insurance company to like make sure and figure out if they that office took my insurance. So I was very thankful for that, just because like. Just because, like, I don't know, a lot of students may come in and they've never set their own doctor's appointment. My mom made sure I did, but like, a lot of students, like, they've never set their own doctor's appointment before. So it was really nice that the Wellbeing Center had someone that could, like, walk me through the process. And she literally, like, she was on the phone with that office, she was on the phone with my insurance company, just, like, making me, like, helping me get through that. So either we are either library or Fonzie. I'm just gonna look at this very convenient little organizational paper here. Each floor has like different kind of like study options and like creative spaces on but also like the way it's organized. It's like now I turned off my mic, but I could probably still use it. But on the first floor, it's like pretty talk normally. Oh, there's burgers. Okay, and then each successive floor gets quieter and quieter. So like on the 6th floor, like you like breathe, drop a pen. So it's very ideal. I don't go up there because as you can tell, I don't just talk. But yeah, each like different. There's different like creative spaces. There's a room on the basement that has a green screen that's used for just like broadcasting and like you can just bring it out for photo shoots. Again, like there's study spaces, like private study rooms that you can rent out. You can do that off your phone. You don't have to come to the library to do that. You can just go on the library website and you can rent out the study spaces. I had one class I needed to print something out for, so.
Sage. Art therapy.
aerospace engineering program. So sorry about that. But this kind of our like kind of just space exhibit that we have to take.
It's farther down.
Moon Rock, Captain Solomon.
They should take a picture.
Even though we don't have a space like program, we do have a relationship with NASA, and also you still need to be an aerospace engineer to go into that kind of field. But there's the engineering programs that we do out here can prepare you for that track. And then also like this is really funny because JFK did speak here. So yeah, and this is actually his podium. Yeah. And he said this really funny thing where he says, well, why do we choose to go to the moon this decade? He said, well, what is the rise of like Texas? University of Texas, they beat us like by 50 points every year. And he said, do it not because it's easy, but because it's hard. So I think it's funny. And now we're running away.
All right.
So yeah, that's kind of just like the space thing. Yeah, JFK was here. Yeah.
So this is a fun little exhibit we have here in our library. So if you didn't know the speech in which JFK says like,
It's no style for president.
Mechanical,
Forget Kamala.
engineering.
I'm what you need.
That's from engineering. It's not a big deal.
I think he went to Austin. Now this summer, if some here, I'm still saying the price is going up. He said clear.
But they just, wanted to be
Good, they
personally
gotta keep
loyal to me
everything
because,
revitalized.
Before, like the quad, it was a
Not
very
letting it get
simple,
run
very
down.
clean design. I just passed through it every day into my class. But they wanted the quad to be something that like students can actually like congregate in and do stuff in. I'm telling you right now, I don't know who was gonna go in there and just be like, let's chill in the quad. As you can see, it's the hottest place on campus because Rice is very much shaded. But as you see, despite these baby trees that they thought they were doing something with, it's not gonna be very, very well animated. But yeah, so this is also just incredibly frustrating because it's added like probably roughly around 37.6 seconds to my trip every day. So it's just really inconveniencing. I will say, in terms of Rice transportation,
Yeah,
I do have an opinion that Rice is very
working.
lazy because this is a very, very tiny campus. Very tiny. My farthest walk when I was living on campus was maybe 10 minutes to class. When I was just like strolling very leisurely. So as opposed to like when I went to tour LSU, I grew up on the UT campus because my dad was a Longhorn. That is like, my friends at UT are walking 30, 45 minutes to class every day. Rice is have it very easy and also so fun. And we have a shuttle system that will take you, there is a shuttle that will take you around this inner loop here, which is kind of like the street you kind of just been kind of on. There's also the greater loop, which is in here, but just like more around the stadium as well. We just added a new bus to get students, a game day bus, to get students to go to the football game. It will take you to the stadium. So there's that. Bus. That is a shuttle that will take you to Rice Village because that's like a very popular shopping center, but also like my house is in Rice Village. So I take that to class every day, back to campus. But it only runs Monday through Friday, so I actually walked here. But they have that shuttle. There's also a lot of students don't have cars. I don't have a car. Good thing for it, but I don't have a car. So there is a undergraduate shopping shuttle that will take you to Target and Fiesta every Saturday. It runs 10 a.m. to 3. So I just think that's really nice. It kind of just keeps us in mind. Like, not everyone has a car, but we still need to get groceries. So that's really nice. And yeah, right now we're in Razor Hall, which is our language.
Joe ain't no traitor.
And I just kind of just like, whatever this classroom looks like. So
Really?
when I was talking earlier about my general chemistry class, like this is literally like what it was, just bigger. But like we're in tables and chairs. It's like very, you can see you have a connection with your professor, you have a connection like what you're learning just because it's not like all just, there's no hiding in the back. So yeah, but this class, in terms of like freshman and first year classes, the class that I had in here were I had my quiz my first year running into the seminar. I want to reiterate that you can take your, once you get sorted out whatever you're going to do, if you have to take the lower level and the standard quiz, you can take that class in literally anything. Medicine in the media, that's another one that like I'm pretty sure is a twist that people take. A lot of my kids, like freshman year new students, they wanted to take
Shaolin Kung
pop
Fu.
culture in the Americas. There's one on children's books that's really chill. So yeah, you can literally, there's so many. They can take that in that class had 10 people. My class, there's because there's so many. My class had 10 people in it, and that's very normal. We were sitting at a conference table with our professor, so again, also no hiding here. But once you get to like the more major specific classes, your class size definitely shrinks down a lot more closer to that median size of 15. But like the general gen ed class, not gen ed, there's no gen ed classes. Intro classes like the intro to bio or general bio class that I had, those are going to be your biggest classes, sorry. But when you shrink down to like major specific classes, those are going to be the ones where you see like really small class sizes. So also this year, the first year classes you have to take critical dialogues on diversity, which is a 6-week class, and also they have to take, there is a CTIS, I cannot tell you what it stands for, but it is basically like a glorified like sex ed class. We're talking about rape culture, we're talking about bystander effect, we're talking about just like topics like that. I don't know if they've like heard it, but like Rice is really big on culture care. So they wanted every freshman student to have classes where we're talking about like analyzing diversity and talking about just like stereotypes and also microaggressions and all of that. And every freshman year student is required to take that to graduate. So yeah. At the end of the day, like Houston is a very major metropolitan city and one of the biggest in the nation. It's a very diverse city. They want you to get involved like with community projects, and then they also want you to like understand how to interact with a very diverse area that you're in, despite what
I think my leg almost gave out on me.
Anybody have any questions as we near the end? Anything that's like
Question.
preventing you from being like, no, Rice is my project. Okay.
She said I'll take this person.
Walk home.
But if anyone has any questions, I can stay for a little bit. But so yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Huh?
We're trying to go to the merch store.
Thank you.
Ask her how to get back to it.
That's good. Yes. The like the bookstore? Yeah, I can just walk you guys back. But we have to like you're gonna have to go into the Welcome Center. Do you want to go back to the Welcome Center too? Or like bookstore?
I just wanted to ask more about like I guess like extra curriculars and like how that works. So like after you like, well, I guess like after you're in everything, like when would like I guess some basketball like yeah, like and, like, all those things.
Okay, let's all walk.
Okay. So I'm gonna go back into the Welcome Center and then we can walk back to the library. But in terms of extracurriculars, we do have a Rice dance team. I'm looking up
Time, and I want to spend some time with you. Just the two of us. We can